Hey guys, subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
Love, an emotion which can give you the sensation of relief or the feeling of pain. A beautiful sentiment which allows humans to have immense affection for each other or other beings or other things to a point that the loss of what they cherish leaves them deranged and sad. Love is accepted by everyone, but when things get serious, then society has a problem with it. This is because if a couple chooses to be together till death does them apart, irrespective of social status or hierarchy of wealth, the society picks a bone with it and chooses to not accept such a union, as they are not marrying the ones the society has chosen but instead acting on free will. This sentiment shown by the society can be identified as hatred towards love marriages, a stigma against love marriages. The choice of the majority rules over personal choice. One cannot give an exact definition of what a love marriage is. This is because it is a label used to identify marriages where the couple love each other and get married with or without the parents' consent. This identification is used majorly in South Asian countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. But the problem is not the labeling, but the effect of being identified as a couple who got married because of love. This is because the society will condemn them as they're not sticking with the tradition where the parents find the bride or groom respectively, making us wonder why would the society even do such a thing. Can't society progress according to times and accept this type of union? Why should society even have a say in marriage? With so many questions, we decided to interview Reverend Dr. Dyson. With up 10 years of being a vicar and also the manager at St. Joseph Higher Secondary School, Reverend Dr. Dyson can surely give us the respective answers to our questions as he has got years and years of experience giving counseling to the ones to be married and also to the ones married. Hence, we decided to interview him. What are your thoughts on love marriages?
According to me, a marriage is a divine institution. And I believe in that. That's my religion teaches the same. Since this is a divine institution, it should continue. And love marriage is good, provided if the persons are matured enough. That's very important.
Responsibility.
Maturity. And the action which I am going to do, at least I should know.
Consequences.
Yeah, about the marriage. And marriage is not just like a fun thing.
Yeah.
It's not just satisfying sexual desire. No,
It's not
it's
lost.
beyond. It's beyond. But mostly people misunderstand lust and real love. And people begin to tell that if their love is a lustful love, and if they don't assume the responsibility as a father, let's say, matured parent, I would say they should not enter into love marriage. They should not enter into marriage. So, it's a mutual respect and mutual consent. Whereas in India, why it's a stigma? First and foremost, there's a caste hierarchies here. If a person from high caste gets married to lower caste, always there's a problem. It's due to caste system. Understand? And in order to go ahead the marriage, and we need to keep certain values. When things happen, clashes against the value system, that need to be questioned. That's not a stigma. According to me, what is stigma? If people are not mature and they don't understand basics of marriage and they just want to get married or they just want to get, for them, marriage may be something licensed to have a sexual desire. With that, everything is over. No, that's not the marriage.
It's more than that.
So, marriage is again, how do you understand? And are you matured enough to enter into a marriage? If those people with a clear-cut understanding, they can enter a love marriage, no problem. And you know, our society. And I am grown up in a family, not outside the family. Western world, after 18, they are independent.
Yeah.
And some houses, they even give a separate key once they reach to 18. Understand? But India, no. We are like still one family. You are under the parents, but that is not the slavery. It differs culture to culture. But I want to underline, for me, marriage is a divine institution. And those who want to enter into it should be matured enough to understand basics of marriage.
Okay. I got a question about this. Who should be the measurement of this maturity? Should that be the person themselves who chooses to get into who chooses to become or get into a love marriage, or should it be their parents?
It's a combined work.
It's a combined work.
Because the mother, she has to play a key role in it. Of course, I don't exclude the father. And basics of family life should be taught well in advance.
Yeah.
And it should be also understood by the people who enter into marriage. If they don't understand the basics, then it should be a havoc. But nowadays there's a tendency they don't want to have children. Then tomorrow how the society is going to remain? You understand?
I understand that fully.
Because now we are becoming more selfish.
Of course, it's tough work.
Understand? So everyone is seeking his own or her own pleasure. But in family life, there's a mutual sharing.
It's a combined effort.
It's a combined effort. And you need to get your support of parents, your neighborhood, your friends, in order to keep on going the system. Understand? So again, when the stigma comes,
It's when there's a clash of values.
yeah, exactly. And we simply put a label as a stigma. See, once you understand why things are happening like this, you enter the reality and come to know the truth. Before that, you just simply say, in India there's a stigma like that. Because in India we are based on the caste.
Of course.
It is in their blood.
That's understandable, but then why should society or caste be taken into consideration during marriage? Religion and profession is understandable. Like we can totally understand religion and profession being a deciding factor, but why caste? Or why is that even a question in marriage? Shouldn't it be an institution not influenced by caste?
See, I don't believe in caste system.
Yes.
You understand? But in India, the reality is not seen. In every realm, people talk so much about equality. But when things come, caste plays a major role. Caste plays a major role.
Yeah, racism, caste.
So, it is good to hear, in a flowery language people speak, we are against it and all, but in reality it is not. But when you have a lot of money, it is being washed by that power of money. Or if you have a good position, with that, it doesn't become a stigma.
It is a stigma.
You understand?
I understand. There's no clash to understand.
So, authority and money, when it plays a key role,
Caste system.
though they are lower caste,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter and doesn't become a stigma also.
So money in the end of the day.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Should parents understand that after a point of age, you can only tell and not enforce their ways on their sons and daughters, as they also have to grow up and make decisions irrespective of it being good or bad? Like, should they understand that part? Like, I know...
You mean to say they should have enough freedom, like?
Yeah, they should, after a certain point of age, you cannot tell them what to do. You cannot enforce them. You have to do this. If they have to have someone to this thing. Wisdom, first they should have some wisdom. Second, experience is the best teacher of all. Even if it's a bad experience, that will make them wiser. If it's a good experience, it will make them happier.
Yeah, I understand.
But then, why does parents always want to reinforce their ways upon their children and they think that's the only good way?
Not every parents do like that.
I see majority.
Yeah. And one thing we need to understand, no parent wants his or her children suffer. They think my child want to be at best, for which they want to reinforce all these things. But always it doesn't work. And parents should not be vehement enough to put forth their ideas and you should do only this. Give them freedom to think. But certain cases, some people cannot think. In that line they have to act. Then don't say this is an infringement of freedom, no. It's a betterment of the person. Though grown-up person doesn't behave well or he doesn't utilize money doesn't know how to use it, then the parents should act.
True. Understandable.
So, whereas whatever I think good, but may not be good.
Okay.
So, for example, parents wants a child to be mathematician, the child wants to be a poet. So, they will insist the child to take the group which he doesn't like for his junior college. Yeah, they have to give the freedom.
So, should the same freedom be implemented in love marriages?
See, freedom is always good. Even love marriage also, parents should give the freedom. But knowingly, if this marriage happens, family setup will be disturbed. And even they cannot also live. There they can instruct. Again, it is my life is my life. I need not depend on, but whereas we live in a society. So I am bound to my family in this thing. But I have the freedom to choose.
Will love marriages be accepted by society soon, or will they be kept on portrayed as a taboo?
In cities, people live with love marriage. It's not much problem. Whereas in villages, still it's a problem. But now, even intercaste marriages are widely being done, especially once they go to classes, say for example from the village they move to city and they meet people from different caste and different creed. But now marriages are happening like that. I have come across many marriages. Even a language, a barrier is there. A Malayali is marrying a Bengali.
I see that. Americans marrying Indians.
Yeah, now it's a growth. There's a growth. But still, in orthodox villages, it's not being accepted.
I can totally understand that.
Yeah, cities are widely happen.
Alright, so last question.
Yeah.
non-acceptance of love marriages by the society show that in the core the society does not want to progress. True or false?
What would I not understand?
Non-acceptance of love marriages by the society shows that in the core of the society they do not want to progress. True or false? If it's true, why doesn't it want to progress?
Again, love in right sense is very important, how you understand. See, love marriage means they can have anything and just throw the a partner just like a dustbin.
No.
It's,
Maturity.
I cannot accept that. See, if your intention, because many, for example, now the religious people also do the same sort of society is happening like. In order to, the motive behind is very important. People love, because they have a different motives. There we need to take an action. Understand? So the real love, I would say we need to encourage it, provided with the blessing of the parents.
But how do you prove it's real love or not?
That depends on the persons.
Alright.
Understand? See, when I enter into a different motive, like if I love a girl just because that girl has a lot of money, that's not a love marriage.
Yeah, that's about other
Yeah.
motives.
Suppose I want make a girl into my religion. Again, it's a wrong motive. Understand? So the motive is very important. Some people just love just for the momentary pleasure, then throw her away.
Yeah, access.
Or throw him away. So a lot of things are involved in it.
Yes.
So therefore we just cannot jump into a conclusion telling that because of this is love marriage we don't allow things will happen like this. No. Here our society should be built on sincerity. Should be built on sincerity. That should be the bottom line, base.
Minimum standard.
Yeah. In love marriage, sincerity is very important. If that is not there, it's not a love marriage. If sincerity is here, then the parents, slowly we can convince our parents. Understand? So, or he can, or she can. I have to leave this thing. If they feel this life will bring good to them. Whereas it's always better with the blessings of the parents.
After that enlightening interview, we decided to interview the household for our public opinion.
What are your thoughts on love marriages?
Should be encouraged.
Should be encouraged. Right. Okay. According to you, why does the society frown upon love marriages?
Love marriage is understanding between two people. But in our society, marriage was supposed to be a contract and agreement between two families.
Right.
Traditionally.
Right.
So the relationship is established between the two families also. So when it comes to love marriage, very often either this side or that side, one side may not agree.
Right.
There will be lots of problems.
Right.
So people are not encouraging because it will end up either making one group where the husband people angry or wife people angry. So parents don't like the children to be getting into that kind of a difficult situation.
Right. Okay. All right.
But two people, when they are in love and when they are not able to look after themselves, when they are adults, settled in life, if they can find another person to marry, that should be definitely encouraged. Nowadays, marriage is based on so many other other reasons.
Right.
Either look for the caste, look for money,
Society, wealth.
society,
Hmm.
and the color.
Right.
Every dark person wants a fair girl,
Hmm.
and things.
Skin color.
Skin
Of course.
color, height. She should be thin. She should be tall. She should be lots of this. That's all good. Okay, let people choose what they want.
Right.
But if there are two people like that, allow them to get married and live the way they like.
Right. Should love marriages be stopped, or should the society learn to accommodate and be proud of love marriages?
See, a marriage without love actually is not a marriage.
Right.
Now people advise, okay, you will be in love after getting married.
Right.
But things are changing now.
Yeah.
Lots of people are getting married
And then
after
there was-
meeting each other, after making an understanding, after
Right.
learning about each other,
Right.
and that's a good sign.
Yes.
Getting married to an unknown person, going to an unknown house, meeting people of so many different ideas, culture, food, habits,
Hmm.
social relationship. If a girl goes into like that, and then it is ask her to be in love with your husband immediately, it is not easy.
It's not easy at all.
It's not easy at all. But somehow or other, because marriages in our society, especially in India, have the support of the families,
Right.
they survive, even they are happy. So it is not a love. The marriage is there, whether there is love, whether there
That's
is
the question.
understanding, whether they are compatible, nobody.
As time marches on, one can just pray and be hopeful that the Indian society one day can fully accept the people who choose to love truly and not only support or protect the people who chooses to go with tradition. In other words, one has to pray that the Indian society grows up to understand that some things like love cannot be controlled by anyone except the one who wants to love.